Up to receive the opening kickoff. It'll be seniors Jonathan Toney and Levi Manson back deep to potentially receive the kick. Both guys play both sides of the ball offense. They're both wide receivers. On the defensive side of things, Jonathan Toney has taken on the safety role that was left vacated by Tyrene Powell graduating last year, and Levi Manson playing on that outside cornerback spot. Big 6'4" senior Manson is, so we'll see if he gets more involved in the offense as a wide receiver this week with Gandy at the quarterback position. It's be number 16, Trevin Delgazzo, kicking off for St. Joe's. Ball is kicked, and we are underway here at Gatone Stadium. Ball goes out of bounds, so we've got an opening penalty, and Vineland will start with fantastic field position on their opening drive. Ball will start at the 40-yard line for the Fighting Clan for their opening possession here on offense. Offense receives the play. Caleb Gandy at quarterback. Anthony Arthur beside him in the backfield as the Vineland offense lines up in shotgun. Gandy, man in motion, takes a snap, takes it himself, runs, and he is met by a bunch of St. Joe's defenders. And Gandy is stuffed for no gain on the first play of this drive. Like I said before the game started, Gandy made some things happen last week with his legs, moved the ball quite a bit to pick up some key first downs. So if he does need to hold on to the ball, this Vineland coaching staff can trust him to go out and make a play with his legs. 2nd and 10 for the Vineland offense. Gandy takes a snap, looks to pass, fires, and it is intercepted by St. Joe's. He is running to the 40, the 35, and gets to almost about the 30-yard line. That is number 2, Ahmad Ross, the strong safety. So on the second play of the drive to open the game for Vineland, Caleb Gandy is picked off by Ahmad Ross. So St. Joe's, after kicking the ball out of bounds on the opening kickoff, will start with their own perfect spot of field position, well inside enemy territory. Lining up at quarterback for St. Joe's is Jayden Shertel, number 7. Takes the snap, hands it off to Ahmad Ross, who finds some running room, stumbles ahead, makes a move on his way inside the 10-yard line. What a run by Ahmad Ross to set up a red zone opportunity for the Wildcats. Ball will be spotted at the 9-yard line for 1st and goal for the St. Joe's offense. Shertel takes the snap, hands it to Ross, who runs forward for about a 2-yard gain. We'll see where they place this one. So it'll be 2nd and goal for the St. Joe's offense from about the 7-yard line. So Ross picked up 2 on that last run. Shertel lines up in shotgun. He takes the snap, takes it himself, and he is met by a bunch of Vineland defenders on that quarterback run. Number 45, Nas Butler, was one of the defenders in there for Vineland. It'll be 3rd and goal now for St. Joe's from about the 6, maybe the 5-yard line
with 9:35 and counting remaining in the opening quarter.
Ahmad Ross lines up in the slot, moves in motion. Shertel takes a snap, rolls out, looks to pass, scrambles, and he is breaking away, met by a Vineland defender. Looked like Levi Manson on the play. And St. Joe's is stopped. The ball will be placed on the 4-yard line, 4th and goal. And we'll see what play the Wildcats offense has drawn up here. This would be a massive stop for the Vineland defense to stop St. Joe's in the red zone and take over on downs. St. Joe's will go for it here on 4th and goal. Shertel lines up under center with Ross in the backfield. Shertel moves a man in motion, takes the snap, hands it off to Ross, pushes forward, and I don't think he got it. Pushed all the way back, and Vineland comes up with a big defensive stop on 4th and goal. So the Fighting Clan will take over on downs with just under 9 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. They'll spot the ball at the 1-yard line. So Vineland's going to have to maneuver and be crafty here to avoid taking a safety against the St. Joe's defense. So we'll see what Gandy and company are able to come up with here on this opening possession. Their second possession. Takes the snap, hands it off, and Anthony Arthur busts through. And they gain 4 on that play, so it'll be 2nd and 6 now for the Fighting Clan offense on their second possession of the game. Gandy takes a snap, hands it off. Great second effort from Anthony Arthur on that run, creating more space for this Vineland offense to maneuver with. And we'll see where they spot this one. So it'll be 3rd and inches, I'd say, here for the Vineland offense. They'll call it 3rd and 1, take the snap here, and it does not look like Anthony Arthur picked that up. So we'll see what Coach Russo decides to do here. They are deep in their own territory as it is now 4th and 1. They're going to leave the offense on the field. Gutsy call by Coach Russo here. And Vineland calls a timeout. So they weren't able to get them to jump on the hard count, so it's 6:44 left in the first quarter. Vineland takes their first timeout. The biggest thing for this Vineland offense is being able to find a way to get the running game going. Anthony Arthur getting nice runs, to start this game on both drives for Vineland. Being able to open up the running game will really open up things and make Gandy comfortable throwing the ball and open the passing game up where they can potentially use some play action and really try to deceive this St. Joe's defense and move the ball here on offense. And we'll see what they decide to do here out of the timeout. So Gandy will go back to receive the punt. So Vineland on 4th and 1, well within their own territory at about the 10-yard line. We'll punt this ball away to St. Joe's, and we'll see the Vineland defense. Ball is snapped, and it goes out of the end zone. Just a pretty awful snap there, and an unfortunate mishap for the Vineland special teams unit. That does go down as a safety. So St. Joe's takes a 2-0 lead here with 6:40 remaining in the first quarter, and they will go back to receive the safety punt and take possession for the second time on offense. Henry Garton will kick off here. Ball is away. And it is picked up just inside the 40 by number 4, Jaqhir Melendez, who makes a move well past the 50. Ball will be spotted at about the 44-yard line. St. Joe's will get a second opportunity here in the first quarter to go on offense from the 43. Again, second straight possession after the defense forced the turnover. Now following the safety kick, St. Joe's starts both of their possessions on offense to start this game with great field position. And we'll see what Shertel and Ross can do here on offense as they led the way on that first possession. Shertel takes the snap, runs it himself on a design QB run, and is met from behind by number 8, Ryan Williams Jr. So Shertel loses 2 on that play. Be 2nd and 12 from the 45-yard line. For those of you watching at home who tuned in last week when Vineland took on Holy Spirit, the defense really did a fantastic job in the first half containing the opposing offense, and they are picking up right where they left off, and we'll see if they're able to continue that success here as St. Joe's will take the snap with 2nd and 12 from the 45. Man in motion, Shertel takes the snap, hands it to Ross, who is met but breaks through a tackle and gets to about the 40-yard line. So about a pickup of 5. It'll be 3rd and 7 from the 40-yard line for St. Joe's. Shertel lines up in shotgun. Some players moving around. Ross moves in motion, takes the snap. Shertel backing up, fires out of bounds, Great pressure from the Vineland defense to cause the bad throw. It'll be 4th down and 7, which should cause St. Joe's to punt. And Vineland will get yet another possession. Looks like St. Joe's offense will actually stay on the field here for 4th and 7. Coach Russo going with the bold move earlier. St. Joe's doing it again here from just inside midfield. Shertel takes the snap, punts it. So a fake setup there, and Shertel punts the ball from under center. That was one heck of a play for the brand if you are a follower of special teams. That is something I've never seen before. In all of my years covering any level of football, I've never seen a quarterback, or a punter I should say, line up under center to then punt the ball. So Vineland will take over on offense here with 4:34 remaining in the opening quarter. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Gandy takes the snap, looks to pass, scrambles around, and he is met by a group of defenders for little to no gain. Number 42, Tyler Page, one of the defenders in there to stop Gandy from making any type of forward progress. So a loss of 5, 2nd and 15 from the 5. See if Gandy can lead this Vineland offense out of kind of a danger zone in terms of field position. Gandy takes the snap, looks to pass, fires, and it is incomplete. Ball intended for Jonathan Toney. Toney almost pulling that in one-handed like he was Odell Beckham Jr. So it'll be 3rd and 15 from the 5 for Vineland with 3:43 remaining here in the first quarter. We are not scoreless. It is 2-0 in favor of St. Joe's. They got a safety on the snap that went out of bounds on a punt play for Vineland. Gandy takes the snap, looks to pass, fires. This ball is going deep, and it is incomplete. Pass was intended for Levi Manson. And that is a play I'm sure Manson wishes he could have back. He had some separation there from the corner, and unfortunately just could not hold on to the ball when he made his way to the ground. So at 4th and 15 from the 5, Vineland will punt again, and hopefully they'll get a better snap on this one and avoid another safety. They'll see their defense get back out on the field to try and stop this St. Joe's offense yet again. With 3:36 remaining here in the first quarter from Gatone Memorial Stadium. St. Joe's Wildcats leading Vineland High School Fighting Clan 2-0. Gandy gets the snap and he boots this one. High-flying punt. Great punt from Gandy. Takes a decent bounce, but it is fielded. And St. Joe's will return that just outside the 20-yard line. That was number 4, Jaqhir Melendez on the return. So the ball will be placed at the 21-yard line. And yet again, 3 straight possessions now for this St. Joe's offense where they start with fantastic field position. So we'll see if Vineland's defense can come up with some more clutch stops and prevent St. Joe's from building upon their 2-0 lead. With 3:23 remaining here in the opening quarter. So it looks like we had a 5-yard penalty on St. Joe's. Not sure what the call was, but it will push them back to 1st and 15 from the 32. They take the snap, hand it off to Melendez, and he is met by number 1, Anthony Arthur, the newly minted linebacker for this Vineland defense. So St. Joe's will have a 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. Shertel moves a man in motion, takes a snap, hands it off to number 4, Melendez, who finds some running room, makes his way into the end zone for a St. Joe's touchdown. Number 4, Jaqhir Melendez, breaks through on what looked like a wide receiver handoff when he moved in motion. And so with that touchdown, St. Joe's now takes an 8-0 lead over the Fighting Clan. Extra point attempt pending, so they could go up by a 2-possession game here if they make this extra point. Jaqhir Melendez has looked quick, he's looked shifty, as he's been the one to return the punts. Kick is up, and it is good. So St. Joe's takes a 9-0 lead here late in the first quarter, 2:33 remaining in the opening frame. And they have a 2-possession lead over the Vineland High School Fighting Clan. As I was saying before, Jaqhir Melendez has been returning kicks and punts for St. Joe's tonight, and he's just looked quick and shifty and been able to make, his own lanes, essentially. If you give him any open room, he's going to make a play, and he did that just there, and capitalizes for the St. Joe's offense as they get their first touchdown of the night.
Principal, Mr. Chaplain Alvarez. Sorry, Jackie. I didn't see that first.
So Coach Russo readies his kick return team as Vineland will get one more crack on offense before the end of the first quarter. And I'm sure this is a thing that's frustrating this Vineland coaching staff is they've had now, this will be going on possession number 4 on offense, and they have no points to show for it. Trevin Delgado will be lined up, and he will kick this one away. Ball is up. Great kick by Delgado, and it is fielded deep in Vineland territory by Levi Manson. He's shoved out of bounds. Just inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 for Vineland with 2:25 remaining in the opening quarter. Fighting Clan find themselves down 9-0, courtesy of a safety on a botched snap on a punt, and then a touchdown on St. Joe's last possession by Jaqhir Melendez. So Gandy lines up out of the shotgun. Anthony Arthur beside him. Gandy takes the snap, looks to pass, and he is sacked. Met by Keyshawn Griffin. And number 66, Ethan Hunt, will get credit for that sack there. They'll each get a half a sack in their stat column. So the 2nd and 18 for the Vineland offense here, with under 2 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Gandy takes the snap, hands it on the fake. He runs it himself, picks up a decent chunk of yardage there.
Quarterback on the keeper. Here's the ball across 15. Here's a third down on 11.
So it'll be 3rd and 11
Ball spot on the 17.
from the 17-yard line. So Gandy almost makes up all the yardage that he lost on the sack on that run. And now with under a minute remaining, we'll see what Vineland decides to do here with this 3rd down play. Gandy lined up in shotgun. Tony moves in motion. Arthur moves into the backfield. Tony now in the slot. Gandy takes the snap, looks to pass, scrambles, fires, and it is intercepted by, of course, number 4, Jayden Melendez, making yet another play for this St. Joe's team, this time on defense.
Here's a 4th and 11. Ball spot on the 17.
And they actually rule that pass incomplete. Looked like Melendez came up with that one, but it will be 4th and 11 for Vineland. And they will be forced to punt here with 38 seconds left in the first quarter, down 9-0. Some costly mistakes here early for the Vineland overall on offense and special teams. The botched snap that went out of the end zone led to the safety for St. Joe's. And then on the first possession of the game, Caleb Gandy threw an interception on just the second play from scrimmage for the Vineland offense. Gandy lined up to take the punt, gets the ball, kicks it away. Short punt. Takes a decent bounce. This one will go out of bounds just outside the 40-yard line.
Ball be spot for 43. St. Joe takes on 1st and 10 for Vineland 44.
St. Joe's will take over at the 43, maybe the 44-yard line here for their final possession of the first quarter, it would seem, with 28.8 seconds remaining. And the Wildcats lead this one 9-0 here at Catone Memorial Stadium against the Vineland High School Fighting Clan. Shertel lines up in shotgun. St. Joe's takes a timeout here. Looked kind of confused with what the play call was going to be. So they'll regroup, take a timeout, and reassess what their plan is here on 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Teams will trot back out onto the field out of the timeout. And we'll see what St. Joe's has up their sleeves here on 1st and 10. As they look to try to add to their lead. Shertel passes to number 2, that is Ross. Finds some running room. He gets out of bounds. First and 10 from the 32 now with 19.5 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. And if you're Vineland on defense here, you've got to be ready and prepared for St. Joe's to take that big play potential shot here and look to the end zone. Shertel lines up in shotgun, moves a man in motion, takes a snap, runs it himself, finds some room up the middle, picks up a decent chunk of yards. And that could be the final play here in the first quarter. And it will be. So St. Joe's, a pretty stellar start to this game. Leads the Vineland High School Fighting Clan 9-0 here at Cohl Memorial Stadium. And they'll start the second quarter with 2nd and 9 from the 31-yard line. Great job by Vineland's defense in this game so far. They gave up the 1 touchdown to Jaqhir Melendez in the red zone. But overall, this defense has been able to contain a new-look St. Joe's offense from what this team has been used to in years past, where St. Joe's has run the wing T offense. This year, running a lot of shotgun and a bit of a new look. So for some of these returning players on the Vineland defense that have been in this system for a few years, that have faced St. Joe's, they're getting a new look firsthand at what St. Joe's new offense looks like, and they've done a pretty stellar job at containing the offense. So they'll switch the field here, and it'll be 2nd and 9 from the 31-yard line for St. Joe's to start the second quarter. If you're just joining us, welcome into Cohl Memorial Stadium. Kyle Bennett with you here on the local Vineland Broadcasting channel and YouTube. Shertel hands the ball off to Melendez. Picks up maybe 1 on that play. Ball spotted at the 29-yard line. It's 3rd and 7 for St. Joe's here. Shertel moves a man in motion, takes the snap, looks to pass, fires, and it is incomplete. Pass was intended for Jason Prevard. It'll be 4th and 7 now from the 29-yard line, and you would assume St. Joe's is prepared and ready to go for it here. Shertel heads back out onto the field to his huddle. St. Joe's will line up 4th and 7 from the 29-yard line. Shertel lined up in shotgun, takes the snap, looks to pass, runs it up the middle himself, and he is tripped up by number 6, Billy Davis. So Vineland will take over on downs. Great stop there by Davis to recognize the quarterback run. And the Vineland offense will take over 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line for their first possession on offense here in the second quarter. Gandy lined up deep in shotgun. Anthony Arthur lined up behind him here. Gandy takes the snap, hands it, and Anthony Arthur is met by almost the entire Wildcats defense there. They smelled that one out instantly. So Arthur loses 2 on that run attempt. It'll be 2nd and 12 from the 22-yard line for the Vineland offense. This Vineland offense has to start getting something going here, figure some things out, get a little bit of chemistry flowing, get a little bit of momentum going their way, and get this game within reach. You don't want to go into halftime down by more than one possession. Gandy takes the snap, looks to pass, fires. It's completed to number 1, Anthony Arthur. Arthur picks up 1 on that pass attempt. Spot the ball at the 21-yard line, so it's actually 3rd and 14 for the Vineland offense here. Gandy takes the snap, looks to pass, runs it himself. There is a flag on the play. Gandy's taken down. And we'll see what this flag is all about. Early indications looks like it's holding on Vineland. Penalty is declined. Be 4th and 14. And Vineland's offense just has not been able to muster up any sort of consistency here to start this game. Gandy is lined up deep to receive the punt. And Vineland takes a timeout here with 9:25 remaining in the opening half. Like I was saying, Vineland's offense has just kind of been stagnant to start this game. Haven't really been able to get anything flowing. St. Joe's defense has sniffed out the run game almost perfectly. And Gandy's pass attempts outside of the one to Anthony Arthur have all fallen incomplete, or the one that was intercepted early on that opening drive. Vineland comes out of the timeout. Gandy will be ready to receive the punt.
Ready, set, woo!
St. Joe's will look yet again to start with pretty good field position. Gandy gets the punt, gets it away, high kick. Takes a St. Joe's bounce. And Antoine Rivera is there to down the punt at the 40-yard line. If I'm not mistaken, St. Joe's has now started every possession on offense in Vineland territory. So not only has Vineland's offense not been able to get anything going, they haven't been able to pin St. Joe's deep throughout this entire game so far, with 9:15 on the clock remaining here in the second quarter. Shertel takes the snap under center, hands it off. That is Ross. Gets a nice gain on the play. He picks up 8 on that run. So it'll be 2nd and 2 from the 32 for St. Joe's, as they look to continue building on this 9-0 lead. Shertel takes a snap, loses it, falls on top of it. And Shertel comes up limping. So that will definitely be something to keep our eyes on here with Shertel. Kind of coming up gingerly, grabbing at his hip after that fumble. false start on St. Joe's, so it'll be 2nd and 7 now for the Wildcats. Second and 7 from the 37. Melendez moves in motion, takes the ball from Shertel, and he's met in the backfield. Billy Davis and Ryan Williams Jr. It's be 3rd and 13 now from the 43-yard line for the Wildcats. And it has just continued to roll over from last week. This Vineland defense has stepped up in big ways to make sure that the offense has opportunities to keep them in the game scoring-wise. And we've got a big 3rd down here. Let's see if Vineland can get yet another stop. Timeout on the field, St. Joe's. With 7:16 remaining here in the first half. Just joining us here in the 2nd quarter. Early 1st quarter action. St. Joe's picked up a safety on a botched punt. The snap went high over Caleb Gandy's head out of the end zone. That led to the safety. And then for the St. Joe's offense, Jaqhir Melendez with the lone touchdown in this game on a red zone run. And that's where the score stands, 9-0 in favor of the St. Joe's Wildcats here over the Vineland High School Fighting Clan at Catone Stadium. 3rd and 13 from the 43. Shertel takes the snap, looks to pass, fires, and it is intercepted by the Vineland defense. Gets to the 40, to the 50, that's Levi Manson, and he is going to take it all the way up to the 10-yard line. Levi Manson with a clutch interception for the Vineland defense as he is met by his teammates. What a big play by the senior defender. The big 6'4", 200-pound corner takes the ball inside the red zone now, and Vineland's set up with a great opportunity to score here. This is eerily similar, folks, to the Holy Spirit matchup last week, where in a clutch situation, Deshaun Winchester came up with an interception that led to a Jonathan Toney receiving touchdown in the corner of the end zone to end the 2nd half. Now here with 6:59 remaining in the 2nd quarter, we'll see what this Vineland offense can do. Gandy lines up under center, takes the snap, hands it off to Anthony Arthur, who punches his way through. Comes up just shy of the end zone. Good run by Arthur there on 1st down. So Arthur takes that one down to the 4-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and goal for the Fighting Clan. St. Joe's takes a timeout here with 6:37 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Just an incredible play, heads up, route read perfectly by Levi Manson on that interception. Used his speed and brought it all the way inside the red zone and to about the 10-yard line for the Vineland offense to take over with this perfect opportunity to put their first points of the game up on the board. And as I said during the pregame, I was looking for Levi Manson to get more involved in the offense. Well, folks, he does it here on the defensive side of things, as he comes up with a big-time interception as this Vineland defense continues to roll to start this 2020 season. See what Vineland's offense does here. Very interesting on that last play to see Gandy taking the snap under center. Haven't seen that much this season. Didn't see it at all last week. As he lines up under center again here on 2nd and goal from the 4. Gandy takes the snap, looks to pass, fires to the corner of the end zone, and we have a touchdown here. Touchdown Vineland, number 30, Lathan Kent comes down with the receiving touchdown here with 6:32 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Gandy finds Kent in the corner of the end zone. And the score is now 6-9 in favor of St. Joe's still, pending the extra point attempt here. What a perfect swing of momentum here for the Fighting Clan. From the interception to now the touchdown pass from Gandy to Lathan Kent. As Henry Garton lines up for the extra point. Snap, kick up, and it is good. So Vineland now down 9-7. But that is the type of opportunistic defense you want to see from the playmakers that Coach Russo and Coach Smith have out on this defense for the Fighting Clan. Manson gets the interception, brings it within the 10-yard line, and the red zone offense delivers here as Gandy finds Lathan Kent in the end zone for the Fighting Clan's first touchdown of the game, their first points of the game, and their first touchdown here at Catone Stadium for the 2020 season.
Strong, that Fighting Clan. Marching Clan of Vineland, let's hear it for 'em.
Lathan Kent, the senior 6 foot, 225 outside linebacker, running back. Got him in on the heavy package there by the look of that Vineland offense. He gets his first touchdown of the season. So Garton and the kicking team now out to send the ball back to St. Joe's with 6:32 remaining here in the first half. Wildcats leading the Fighting Clan 9-7. Garton gets the kick away. Whistles fly. We'll see what the flag is here. False start on Vineland. Pushes the ball back. Garton and the kicking team will try this one again. Ball now at the 35-yard line. Garton runs up. Kick is away. Bit of a squib kick here. And it's live. But St. Joe's falls on it. It's number 8, Jaqhir Haley, covers the kick. And so St. Joe's will start at the 46-yard line with 6:29 remaining here in the second quarter, leading Vineland 9-7. Jayden Shertel lines up under center. Man in motion. Takes the snap. Hands it off. That is Ross. Picks up maybe 3 on that run. Ball spotted at the 49-yard line. 2nd and 7. For the Wildcats here.
Shertel under center. Takes the snap. Hands it off. Number 6, Kevin Mayfield. Junior 5'8" running back. Gets his first touch of the game. The ball will be at the 46-yard line, and this brings up 3rd and 2 for the Wildcats. And we'll see what Vineland's defense can do here to stop them on a 3rd and short and potentially take over possession yet again. Shertel takes the snap under center, hands it to number 6, Kevin Mayfield, who's met by Vineland defenders. He loses yardage on that play. So it'll be 4th and 6 now for St. Joe's from midfield, right at the 50-yard line. They'll take this 4th down play. Shertel takes the snap, and he punts this one. And that one goes out of bounds, so Vineland will take over at the 30-yard line with 4:22 remaining here in the opening half at Gatone Stadium. St. Joe's Wildcats leading the Vineland Fighting Clan 9-7. Most recent score came on a Lathan Kent receiving touchdown in the red zone on a beautiful pass play by Caleb Gandy. That was set up on a big-time interception by senior Levi Manson. Vineland taking over at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Gandy lines up in shotgun. Anthony Arthur behind him. Gandy takes the snap, hands it off. Oh, and it's lost on the fumble. Gandy seems to have recovered it. Botched handoff there. Gandy gets up, and Vineland will lose a big chunk of yards there. Not an ideal first play to start this drive. It'll be 2nd and 21 from the 19-yard line with just under 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. Vineland's got to get something cooking here on offense and potentially look to take a lead here if they can move the ball downfield. Gandy takes the snap, looks to pass, scrambles out. Ball's incomplete. It's intended for number 4, Levi Manson. Number 7, the quarterback, Jayden Shertel, was there in coverage. We do have a flag on the play. Penalty was on Vineland. It is declined. So 3rd and 21. Gandy takes a snap, runs it up the gut himself. That's going to set up 4th down for the Fighting Clan. 4th and 22 from the 22. Vineland will punt this one away as the clock gets set to tick under 3 minutes remaining here in the second quarter with the St. Joe's Wildcats leading 9-7 over the Fighting Clan. Gandy gets the snap,
gets the kick away. A high, beautiful punt. Great punt from Gandy there for the Brand, and it is down by Vineland. And the ball will be spotted at the 33-yard line. Great punt by Gandy there to set St. Joe's actually in their own territory. And that, folks, is why special teams matter. It's why punters and kickers matter, because they set up the field position even on a lost drive. So with 2:34 remaining here in the second quarter, St. Joe's with a 9-7 lead. They'll take over on offense from the 33-yard line. Shertel lines up in shotgun, takes the snap, looks to pass, runs it himself, and he's met by a group of Vineland defenders for little to no gain. Second and 11 from the 32-yard line. Game clock ticks under 2 minutes. Not NFL rules, so we don't have a 2-minute warning here. Shertel lines up in shotgun. And on his own hard count, it looks like he got his own team to jump. Number 8, Jaqhir Harley, was the first man I saw move early for the Wildcats offense. So that'll push St. Joe's back. With their worst field position of the game so far. Second and 15 from the 27-yard line. St. Joe's takes the snap, hands it to Melendez on the end around. He's met by Levi Manson and Anthony Arthur. It'll be third down now for the Wildcats as the game clock now ticks under a minute remaining here in the opening half. St. Joe's up 9-7 thanks to a snap on a punt that went out of the end zone that led to a safety, which was our first points of the game. Jayden Melendez with the lone touchdown for the Wildcats, and then Latham Kent with a receiving touchdown for the Fighting Clan in the red zone off of a big-time interception from senior defensive back Levi Manson. St. Joe's moves a man in motion. They take the snap, hand it off, and they are stopped. And with 16.6 seconds remaining here in the first half, Vineland takes a timeout. I believe it was Ahmad Ross on that last run for the Wildcats. First time all game we've seen Jayden Shertel line up deep for a punt. Takes the snap, gets the kick away. Takes a favorable bounce here for the Wildcats. And rolls to about the 27-yard line with 2.9 seconds remaining here in the opening half. Billy Davis almost got in to block that punt. Kind of had to do a cartwheel to avoid running into the kicker. We'll see if Vineland runs a play here, but with 2.9 seconds remaining, they might just take a knee and go into the locker room. And that they do. So clock runs down to 0, and we are here at halftime with the score, St. Joe's 9 and the home team, the Vineland Fighting Clan, 7. Here at Catone Memorial Stadium.
Also, just a reminder again to all of our fans out there, stand, please practice social distancing. And also make sure you are wearing your masks, please. Thank you.
And welcome back, everyone, to Catone Memorial Stadium. Halftime just about wrapped up here as the St. Joe's Wildcats and the Vineland High School Fighting Clan going in a heavyweight matchup. These two teams have formed a bit of a rivalry over the past few seasons. And as we get set for the second half kickoff, St. Joe's Wildcats lead the Vineland Fighting Clan 9-7. 2 touchdown scorers in this game. Jaqhir Melendez for the Wildcats and Lathan Kent for the Fighting Clan. So Henry Garton and the Vineland kicking team gets set to kick this one away as St. Joe's won the opening kickoff and decided to defer, so they'll start the second half with the ball, and it is fielded by Melendez, who takes it up to about the 45, maybe the 46-yard line before being pushed out of bounds by number 32, Nazi Tatum. So again, another great starting field position for the Wildcats. That has been the story in this one, ladies and gentlemen, is that the St. Joe's Wildcats have started all but one possession with great field position. They've been able to move the ball quite a bit, stay on the field, extend drives, and we'll see what Jayden Shertel can do here to start the second half. He takes the snap, hands it off to number 6. He takes it up to the 30, the 20, the 10, 5, and he is into the end zone. Number 6, Kevin Mayfield, with an opening drive touchdown, the first play from scrimmage to start the second half. St. Joe's gets into the end zone. What a run by Kevin Mayfield, the junior running back. All 5'8", 190 pounds of him barreled through, picked up speed around the outside, and St. Joe's now has a 15-7 lead with the extra point attempt pending. Kick is up, and it is good. So St. Joe's now has a 16-7 lead over the Vineland High School Fighting Clan with 11:40 remaining here in the third quarter. An opening drive touchdown for the Wildcats. Not a great look for the defense here for Vineland. They had been stalwart all first half. And now they let up an opening play touchdown. So Coach Russo and company will have to regroup, figure some things out. What went wrong on that play? As they now get set to take their first possession on offense of the second half and have to look to respond here. Being down 9 points now, it's a 2-possession game. You have to find a way on offense to move this ball, which the Vineland offense was not able to do in that first half. On 20 plays, Vineland's offense put up a whopping -4 yards. So Vineland's offense will look to find success for the first time on offense here with their first possession of the second half. And the kick is away. Great kick. Deep. Fielded by Levi Manson. And he is met. And the ball is out. A scramble to get to the ball. And St. Joe's, from first indications, and that they do, St. Joe's comes up with the fumble recovery. So Manson is stripped on the tackle as he fielded that kick return. And now St. Joe's is set up inside the 10-yard line with an opportunity to go up big time in this game if they can find the back of the end zone. So Jayden Shertel leads the offense out onto the field for the Wildcats. He's going to take this snap under center from the 8-yard line. And we've got a false start on the offense, so that'll push them back to the 13-yard line. First and goal from the 13-yard line, following the false start penalty. Shertel lines up under center, takes the snap, hands it off to number 2, Ahmad Ross, and he is met by a group of Vineland defenders that just stuff him from going anywhere on that run. So it'll be second down now for the Wildcats. St. Joe's leading 16-7 here in the third quarter. They force a fumble on the kickoff following their touchdown by Kevin Mayfield. They are set up here 2nd and 13. That is Mayfield. He finds room. And they're going to roll him just shy of the end zone. Ball will be placed on the 1-yard line. Third and goal from the 1. Wildcats take the snap, hand it off, and it is into the end zone. And that is Kevin Mayfield for his 2nd touchdown of the game. St. Joe's now takes a commanding 22-7 lead with the extra point attempt pending. And as close as this game was going into halftime, it is now starting to get out of hand for the Fighting Clan. Kick is up, and it is good. So St. Joe's now takes a 23-7 lead over the Fighting Clan with 10:04 remaining in the third quarter. And Vineland's offense has to figure something out. They've had mishaps now twice on special teams that led to a safety and now a touchdown. You know, you look at the score here at 23-7, that's 9 points now off of turnovers. It's mistakes that Coach Russo preaches cannot happen. They want to win all 3 phases of the game, offense, defense, and special teams, with a big emphasis on special teams. And the special teams unit tonight has been less than ideal. They give up the safety, and now on the kick return, they get stripped. And that leads to 7 points for the Wildcats. So 23-7 here in favor of St. Joe's. 10:04 remaining in the third quarter. And Vineland's got to hope they maintain possession here and then are able to move the ball down the field to answer here. Otherwise, this game could get really ugly. Kick is up and away. Takes a bounce, and it is fielded by Jonathan Toney. And he is met at the 21-yard line, which is where Vineland will set up shop with 9:57 remaining here in the third quarter, trailing St. Joe's 23-7. If you're just joining us here, St. Joe's has touchdowns from Jaqhir Melendez back in the first half. And now 2 touchdowns back-to-back for Kevin Mayfield running the ball. St. Joe's also capitalized on a safety on a punt snap that went out of bounds. Lathan Kent has the lone touchdown for Vineland. Gandy takes the snap, hands it off, and Anthony Arthur is met by a group of St. Joe's defenders. Second down for the Fighting Clan.
Gandy lines up in shotgun. Anthony Arthur beside him. Jonathan Toney moves in motion. Toney moves in motion again. Gandy takes the snap, looks to pass, fires, and it is incomplete, but we have a flag. I thought Levi Manson came up with that one, but there is a flag, so we'll see what the call is here. Penalty looks to be against Vineland, so they'll be pushed back. Gandy takes the snap, hands it off, and Arthur is swallowed up by the Wildcats defense. Vineland's offense just can't seem to get anything going on the ground. And their pass attempts have either fallen incomplete on the deep balls that look great from Gandy coming out of his arm on the release, or he's been intercepted, which he was intercepted on the second play of the game. This ball's at the 6-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 31. Gandy takes the snap, looks to pass, scrambles around, finds some open space to run, fires, and it was intended for Levi Manson but falls incomplete. This will be 4th and 31, which for any Eagles fans out there, they know 4th and 26 all too well. 4th and 31 is quite the deficit in terms of yardage and field position at any level. Gandy seems frustrated with himself as he walks out to get ready to receive the punt.
couple of offsetting penalties. Gandy's going to take the snap here, scrambles, and he's hit from behind. So this will now be 4th down, and it will be 4th and 26, in fact. Gandy is down on the field being looked at by the training staff. Did notice after he got hit from behind that he got up quite gingerly. Coach Russo talking to Jonathan Toney here. Gandy's walking to the sidelines with a bit of a limp here. So we'll see who ends up taking this punt attempt for Vineland now that Gandy is out with an injury. Vineland sets up to punt 4th and 26 from their own end zone. And it looks like it was number 7, Braylon Blakely, who punted that one for the Fighting Clan. The junior running back, defensive back. And the ball will be spotted at the 20-yard line with 6:54 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. St. Joe's could really put the dagger on this game with the way Vineland's offense has been, their inability to move the ball, and now with Gandy in the medical tent. St. Joe's takes the snap. That is the quarterback, Jayden Shertel, who runs it himself. Shertel picks up 1. It'll be 2nd and 9 now from the 19. Shertel lines up under center, takes the snap, hands it off to number 2, Ahmad Ross, and he's stuffed by the Vineland defense. Good stop there for the Fighting Clan. That'll bring up 3rd down now for the Wildcats. It's be about 3rd and 6 now from the 17-yard line. St. Joe's takes the snap, hands it off to Kevin Mayfield, who's swallowed up by the Vineland defense and thrown to the ground by number 30, Lathan Kent, who has the lone touchdown for the Vineland offense. This will be 4th down now for the Wildcats. Just over 5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. 4th and 6 from the 17. Shertel and company will take over. See if they can convert here in the red zone. Shertel takes the snap out of shotgun, looks to pass, fires, and it is incomplete. Pass was intended for number 8, Jaqhir Haley. And so Vineland will take over on downs. Great stop there for the Vineland defense. So we'll see who's checking in at quarterback, and it does look like it will be Braylon Blakely in the backfield here, but it looks like Gandy is back in, which is a good sign. Gandy takes the snap, hands it off. Not sure if that was Blakely or Anthony Arthur. Either way, it'll be second down for the Fighting Clan. And that is Blakely in the backfield with Gandy. Gandy takes the high snap, runs it himself, and he's met by a group of St. Joe defenders. Number 42, Tyler Page, in there with the hit on Gandy, and he's slow to get up. And we've got a St. Joe's player down. That is number 2, Ahmad Ross, down on the field. With 3:58 remaining, it's 23-7 in favor of St. Joe's. As they look at Ross, a look at how we got to this score here. St. Joe's got the scoring started with a safety on a just missed punt snap that went out of the back of the end zone, and good to see Ross getting up here under his own power. St. Joe's then followed up with a touchdown by Jayden Melendez. Vineland was able to answer in the second quarter. Gandy, quarterback, found Lathan Kent in the corner of the end zone. And then Kevin Mayfield, who ironically enough wears the same number as Cleveland Browns quarterback Baker Mayfield, has 2 touchdowns on the night for St. Joe's. Vineland now takes over, 3rd and 9. And we've got a flag. This one goes against St. Joe, so Vineland will move this one up. 3rd and 4. Another flag. And this one's going to back Vineland right back up. 3rd and 9 from the 17, and we'll see if we get a playoff here on 3rd down. 3rd time's the charm. Gandy lined up in shotgun. Blakely beside him, takes the snap, looks to pass, fires deep, and he overthrows the intended receiver, Jonathan Toney. This will be 4th and 9 now from the 17-yard line.
Fourth down.
And it looks like Vineland is going to punt this one away. With 3:05 remaining here in the third quarter. Punt is away, up, and a great punt from Gandy. Again, so St. Joe's will take over with 2:51 remaining here in the third quarter. Ball's going to be spotted at the 44-yard line for the Wildcats as they lead this one 23-7 over Vineland. Shertel lines up under center, takes the snap, hands it off. This one goes to Mayfield, finds some running room, and he's pushed out of bounds. Just past midfield. Second and 3, maybe second and 2 from the 48-yard line here for St. Joe's. Kevin Mayfield has had one heck of a game for the Wildcats, running the ball, has 2 touchdowns on the night. Shertel will line up under center, takes the snap, hands it off to number 2, Ahmad Ross. And he's met by number 30, Lathan Kent, for no gain. So we 3rd and 3 from the 48-yard line. St. Joe's takes the snap, hands it off to number 4, Jaqhir Melendez. And he's taken down. Vineland defender slow to get up. It's number 45, Nas Butler. Ball spotted at the 49-yard line, so it'll be 4th down for the Wildcats. 4th and 3 to be exact. With just under a minute and a half remaining here in the third quarter, St. Joe's leading Vineland 23-7. Shertel takes a snap. He punts this one high up in the air, not deep. Takes a nice little bounce in favor of Vineland. And this one will be spotted at about the 32-yard line. So Vineland takes over with 1 minute and 6 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Ball, like I said, at the 32-yard line. We'll see if this Vineland offense can get any type of momentum, movement of the ball going. As Anthony Arthur back out on the field for this drive to start it. previous drive, Braylon Blakely was playing at running back. So Gandy lines up under center here. Takes the snap, hands it off to Arthur. Arthur punches through for maybe a gain of 1 or 2, but their flags go flying. And we'll see what this call is from the refs. So the call's on St. Joe, so Vineland will move this ball up. And outside of when they had their red zone opportunity following the Levi Manson interception that brought them inside the 20 at the 10-yard line, this is Vineland's best field position of the game, as they're spotted at the 49-yard line now, as the clock is under a minute to play. Gandy takes the snap out of shotgun, looks to pass, fires, completes it to number 8, the big man, Ryan Williams Jr. Comes down with the reception for the biggest passing play of the game in terms of yards for Vineland in this one. Great catch there by the big tight end. Ryan Williams Jr. plays tight end, defensive end, 6 foot, 225-pound senior. Makes a big play here on senior night. See if Vineland gets a play off here. Gandy gets the snap off, fires, and he overthrows the intended receiver, Jonathan Toney. That pass seemed a bit rushed. I think Gandy heard the buzzer go off for the end of the third quarter, which is where we are at, with St. Joe's leading 23-7 here at Gatone Stadium. Gandy had to realize that that was pretty much just a free play and had some time, and Toney beat the defender easily. But instead, it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 35-yard line. And Vineland will look to get into the end zone yet again. And hopefully pull this game within, reason as we head to the fourth quarter. Number 55, Captain Eli Anderson, coming up a bit gingerly there. Definitely something to keep an eye on there. This Anderson, team captain. Plays a great offensive line for this Vineland team. And hopefully that's nothing too serious. As Vineland sets up shop to start this fourth quarter at the 35-yard line, 2nd and 10. Gandy lined up in shotgun. Man in motion is Jonathan Toney. Gandy takes the snap, looks to pass, fires deep, and it is intercepted. St. Joe's comes up with another interception, a costly turnover. That's number 8, Jaqhir Haley. And I don't think Levi Manson knew that ball was coming his way, as he wasn't even turned around looking for that pass. And that's just another costly mistake for this Vineland offense, as St. Joe's now takes over with 11:50 remaining in regulation, leading 23-7. That run made by Ahmad Ross on first down. Ball's going to be spotted at the 35-yard line, so it'll be second down now for the Wildcats. 2nd and 7. And the big story in this game is Vineland's offense just could not get anything going to this point. They had great momentum going on that last drive, and then Gandy unfortunately throws the interception. St. Joe's now takes over. They take the snap. That's Shertel running with it. Makes some room. And he is going up the field, the 30, all the way up to about the 15, but there is a flag down. And that run is going to be coming back. It's holding on St. Joe's, so Shertel will catch his breath and head back to the huddle. St. Joe's breaks the huddle, and they'll head out 2nd and 17 from the 26. Shertel lines up in shotgun, takes the snap, looks to pass, fires deep. He's got a man. That pass was intended for Jayden Melendez, and it goes through his hands there as he was covered by Jonathan Toney. Vineland catches a break there. It'll be 3rd and 17 from the 26-yard line with 10:10 remaining in regulation as the St. Joe's Wildcats leading the Vineland High School Fighting Clan 23-7. You're just joining us, Kyle Bennett with you here from Gatone Memorial Stadium. St. Joe's got the scoring going early, got a safety on a snap that went out of the end zone on a punt. And they scored a touchdown by Jayden Melendez. And they'll take the snap here. Shertel rolls out, runs with the ball here. He's got room. He gets that ball to about the 35-yard line. Not going to be enough for a first down. Lone touchdown for Vineland in this game is from senior Lathan Kent. Receiving touchdown following a big-time interception from senior Levi Manson that set Vineland up at the 10-yard line back in the first half. It's be 4th down here. St. Joe's going to punt this one, 4th and 17. Low kick. And this one's going to be downed by St. Joe's. Vineland will take over with 9:12 remaining in regulation, down 23-7, just outside the 50-yard line. So some good field position here for the Fighting Clan offense. Let's see if Gandy can, erase that interception and get something going here for this Vineland offense and put some more points on the board. Have not scored since there were about just under 7 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Gandy lines up in shotgun. Bunch of movement here. We'll see who they get the jump on. Looks like Vineland's false start. So that'll push Vineland back to 1st and 15 from the 42-yard line. Not how you want to start that great field position with a penalty that's going to push you back out of it. Vineland lines up in shotgun. Gandy has Blakely beside him. Now Blakely moves behind Gandy. Gandy takes the snap, looks to pass, scrambles, feels some pressure. There's flags that fly. Gandy throws, and that one's almost intercepted. Pass was intended for Levi Manson. Defended really well by number 9, Jason Prevard. So we'll see what this flag is for. It is on Vineland. Call holding. And so that'll back Vineland up even more. And just a lot of mental mistakes here. The penalties, the turnovers. That's what has Vineland down 16 points here with 9:02 remaining in regulation. It'll be 1st and 33 from the 25-yard line for the Fighting Clan. It's Gandy and Blakely in the backfield, lined up in shotgun. Gandy takes the snap, looks to pass, fires deep. He's got Manson, and it is intercepted by number 4, who else? Jaqhir Melendez. There's a flag on the play here late. St. Joe's takes over 1st and 10 from the 32 with 8:54 remaining here in regulation following the interception. Shertel takes a snap, hands it off to Mayfield. Picks up 1 on that play, so it'll be 2nd and 9 now for the Wildcats. 8.5 minutes to go here in regulation. St. Joe's leading 23-7. Here in the home opener for the Fighting Clan. Shertel lines up in shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off to Ross. Ross runs this one, finds some room. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, 5, and Ahmad Ross gets into the end zone for the Wildcats. Just a breakaway run. And now St. Joe's has a 29-7 lead with the extra point attempt pending with 7:58 remaining here in the 4th quarter. And that, ladies and gentlemen, might be the dagger of all daggers in this game. As this St. Joe's running game has absolutely torched the Vineland defense when given just a little bit of space to run. Snap, kick, up, and it is good. So St. Joe's now leads 30-7 with 7:58 remaining in the 4th quarter following the Ahmad Ross touchdown. Touchdowns for St. Joe's coming from Ross, Jaqhir Melendez, and 2 from Kevin Mayfield. And then they got to 30, courtesy of their first points of the game on a safety from a snap that went out of the back of the end zone. So Vineland will get set to take over here with 7:58 remaining in the fourth quarter. Coach Russo and company can't be too pleased with the performance tonight in the home opener in front of the Vineland fans for the first time all season. To have only scored one touchdown so far in this game. Jonathan Toney and Levi Manson, the two deep returners here for the Fighting Clan. Number 16, Trevin Delgazo, kicks the ball away. This one's up. Great kick from Delgazo here. Manson fields it, takes it up to the 20, and that's where he will be stopped. Levi Manson takes this one up to about the 20-yard line, so that's where Vineland will set up shop with 7:50 remaining here in the fourth quarter, down 30-7. And just looking to put any type of offensive drive together here. Past couple have been stalled by interceptions from Caleb Gandy. And we'll see what Vineland tries to do here. Lathan Kent trots out a little bit late to the field, but he is in on this play. It's Gandy and Blakely lined up in shotgun in the backfield. Gandy takes the snap, hands it off to Blakely, who runs it up. About a 2-yard gain on that one. Set up second and about 8, maybe 7, depending on the spot. Second down now. Gandy takes the snap, looks to pass, scrambles, scrambling all over, gets out of the way of pressure. He's taken down, unfortunately, there by number 53, Chase Lomax. Thought Gandy was going to be able to escape that pressure there, but Lomax comes in. What a great football name, Chase Lomax, for the Wildcats. And so with under 7 minutes to play here, Vineland's got to find some sort of forward momentum as they are deep in their own territory. Gandy takes the snap, runs it up the gut, finds space, but is immediately met by Wildcat defenders. As the clock ticks under 6 minutes to go in regulation, Vineland will set up to punt deep in their own territory. We'll see where Gandy can place this ball, field position-wise. Hopefully the defense can get out and prevent St. Joe's from scoring yet again. Ball is snapped. Gandy gets the kick away. Another great kick from Caleb Gandy is fielded by number 4, Jaimir Melendez. And he is met by number 20. That is Deshaun Winchester. With 5:24 remaining here in the fourth quarter, the Wildcats take over on offense. Jayden Shertel lines up. And that is Mayfield running that one. Gets to a little bit past the 40. And I am mistaken, that was Jason Prevard who took the snap at quarterback there for the Wildcats. This ball will be placed at the 39-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Wildcats. Prevard takes the snap, hands it off to Mayfield. Mayfield bumps around a little bit there, picks up maybe 2 on the play. Be 3rd down. Be 3rd and about 4 from the 37-yard line. As the game clock now ticks under 4 minutes to go in the game. Prevard takes the snap, hands it off to Mayfield. Mayfield doesn't get much of anything there. And we've got a Wildcat down on the field. Got an injury timeout. Looks like Tyler Page down for the Wildcats. But he gets up under his own power. Always good to see. As he walks off the field here, so with 3:42 remaining in regulation, St. Joe's leading 30-7 here at Catone Stadium over the Vineland High School Fighting Clan. Big time game on the ground, which is a staple for this St. Joe's team, no matter what type of offense they're running. Touchdowns from Ahmad Ross, Jaqhir Melendez, and Kevin Mayfield with 2 of his own. As they take the snap here, Prevard looks to pass, fires, completes it to number 4, Jaqhir Melendez. Ball now will be placed at the 21-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, as the game clock now ticks under 3 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Prevard takes the snap, takes it himself, and he is taken down. What a read there by number 8, Ryan Williams Jr. Big time sack for the senior defensive end. Loss of 6 on the play. 2nd down. Hands it off here to Mayfield. This will be 3rd down now for the Wildcats offense. Under 2 minutes to go in regulation. Wildcats are going to improve to 3-1 overall on the season. The Vineland Fighting Clan will fall to 0-3. St. Joe's takes the snap, hands it off. That one was to Ahmad Ross. Under a minute to go here at Catone Stadium. Fighting Clan can't be too pleased with their performance here tonight. Only putting up the one touchdown. And they will fall to 0-3 on the season. And the clock continues to run. We are at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the final buzzer has sounded. The St. Joe's Wildcats come away with a big 30-7 win here at Catone Stadium over the Vineland High School Fighting Clan. St. Joe's improves to 3-1 on the season. The Fighting Clan fall to 0-3. And just an unfortunate and not great performance from the Vineland offense. Couldn't get anything going. They did get the one touchdown thanks to an interception return to the 10-yard line. And that was all Vineland was able to put up on the scoreboard tonight as they fall here 30-7 to the St. Joe's Wildcats.